Hey guys, I know it's been a hot minute since my last video, but I've kind of been in a creative slump. And it has a lot to do with the craziness of the world right now. We have wars, rumors of wars, we have inflation, we have food shortages, chip shortages, and those chip shortages have led to camera and lens shortages and higher prices. And it just feels really stupid getting in front of the camera and making a video for you guys talking about expensive camera gear when all that stuff is going on in your lives. It seems irresponsible, and that kind of has killed my creativity. Now, as it warmed up here in the States, I ventured out with my camera, and I recognized whenever I got into my zone that I totally forgot about the world and all of its problems. There's something about getting out in nature with your camera. You're surrounded by God's creation, you're taking photos and videos. It's kind of therapeutic. It's an escape. And if I can offer that to you through watching my videos, or if I could teach you something or inspire you in some way, then that adds value. And that motivates me creatively. It's what's kind of gotten my creative juices going again. And I think it's because it gives me a sense of purpose. Today I'm taking you guys out with me onto the lake. I'll be shooting with my Canon 80D and the EF 70-300mm IS USM 2 lens. And every time I make these videos, I try to step it up a little bit for you guys. And so I'd planned on talking on location, which is something I normally don't do. But I had to quickly scrap that idea because when you're dealing with wildlife, it is impossible to script a video. Because I can't get on the camera and say, hey, we're fixing to go shoot this specific bird, let's go. And then I'm riding around for 4 hours searching for the bird. It just doesn't work. For me, I get better results if I focus on being present and I just accept what life gives me. Now, that's not saying that I don't have a concept or an idea of the types of shots I want. I do. I might want to capture some birds in flight, or I might want to capture a subject that's backlit, but I'm not rigidly tied to those expectations. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, let's roll today's video and then we'll discuss afterwards.
Looking out the window, fogging up the glass, I trace the skyline with my finger. I'm wondering where you're at. I'm wondering where you're at.
Okay, so a couple of cool things about today's video. One, this is my favorite shot. And I like this shot because of the colors and the textures, especially the texture on his bill. And two, I've been shooting at this lake for many years and I have never seen this bird. It is the American white pelican. Normally they're found nesting in the lakes of the northern Great Plains in summer and on the Gulf Coast in winter. I was blessed to catch them before they continued their migration northward. Apparently their migration range has moved a little to the east to include Tennessee. Seeing them was awesome and unexpected. They kind of clump together in groups of like 2, 3 or more, so framing them properly took a lot of patience and time. You'll also notice I took a couple of shots of birds in flight where I had to really crank up my shutter speed to freeze the action. These birds are big birds, but they're pretty quick. And as the sun started to go down, I got a couple of shots where my subject was backlit and I had to break the reciprocal rule. If you're not familiar with the reciprocal rule, basically it states that you need to try and always keep your shutter speed faster than your focal length that you're shooting at to avoid motion blur from your hands moving the camera. So say for example, I was shooting at 300 millimeters and I had to keep my shutter speed at 1/300 or faster. But because my lens has image stabilization and my subject wasn't moving, I was able to shoot at a slower shutter speed and still get a clean shot. When it comes to wildlife, gear does matter. I could have never gotten any of these shots using the phone. A touchscreen will never replace physical dials and buttons or a viewfinder in the bright sun. It's just not gonna happen. Well anyway, that's the end of today's video. I'll post some of my shots on Instagram for you guys to check out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.